Hello everyone and welcome back to Mr. Moser's Meandering Monday. This is part 2 of visiting the Biltmore Estate. If you remember last week's video, I talked about the history of the building of the estate, and today we get to go inside and learn about some of the rooms and what they hold. Are you ready? Let's go! And maybe you'll even learn a little something. Welcome inside the Biltmore House, the largest privately owned home in the United States. When you walk into the Biltmore, the very first room you see is the entrance hall. It's like stepping back in time to the 1800s. You will immediately see one of my favorite spots in the entire house. This is called the Winter Garden. It's like having a mini rainforest inside the house. This indoor garden has a glass roof so sunlight can pour in, and it's filled with plants year-round. If this was my house, I would be in this room all the time, followed by the very next room, the billiards room. This is where George Vanderbilt, remember he was the owner of the house, he would bring his friends in here and they could play pool. Right next to this is the banquet hall. This room is huge. The ceiling is 7 stories high. That means 70 feet tall. And there's a giant fireplace with 3 openings. Imagine eating dinner in a room that feels like a castle. The Vanderbilts would host parties and serve their guests at the long dining table that could seat dozens of people. If you think this dining room looks neat now, you should see when it's decorated for Christmas time. They bring in a 35-foot tall tree, and it takes 50 staff people to bring it in and raise it up into place. When the Vanderbilts didn't have guests, they would eat in this breakfast room with this much smaller table. Throughout the house is a collection of over 92,000 works of art and historical pieces, including some here in this breakfast room. These 2 paintings were by a famous artist named Pierre-Auguste Renoir. The painting on the left is called Young Algerian Girl, and the painting on the right is called Child with an Orange, and both were painted in the 1880s. After going through a few rooms, you can come out to this back porch or balcony and see just how big this building is and all the little details that went into it. For example, this is probably one of the fanciest rain gutter downspouts I've ever seen. This balcony also lets you see how much land the Vanderbilts used to own. Everything you can see here was once owned by the Vanderbilts, approximately 125,000 acres. When George Vanderbilt passed away unexpectedly in 1914, his wife Edith then sold about 87,000 acres of land to the government. She wanted the land to stay natural and create the Pisgah National Forest, one of the first national forests east of the Mississippi River. One of the final stops on this level of the house is the library. George Vanderbilt loved to read and collected over 22,000 books. Can you imagine how long it would take to read all of them? The room also has a painted ceiling from Italy, and a couple of my favorite features of the room is a large fireplace and this spiral staircase to get to the second level of the library. I was able to record some video of this lady playing the harp inside of the Biltmore house, and I hope you won't be too upset at me, but I'm gonna have to stop this week's video here and continue it into a part 3. This has never happened before, but there's so much to see in this Biltmore house. I didn't want to try to fit it all in quickly in one video. So, I'll see you next week, and have a great day.